extra motivation.
Lens behind him, and yeah, it wouldn't be surprising to see him occupy a similar position today.
White flag is raised. They're off in the Grade 1 Boodles Champion Hurdle. A rematch of Cheltenham between last year's winner Stateman and Irish Point, and it's the latter who sets off to make it, coming towards the first of 9 flights. So it's Irish Point leading Stateman, already good 4 lengths in front of stable companion Sir Gerhard, alongside Colonel Mustard, who filled the third in last year's race, as they come up to pass the winning post on their way towards the second flight. And the lead is Irish Point by 2 lengths to Stateman. Good 5 lengths back to Sir Gerhard, who disputes third and last place with Colonel Mustard. On rising ground to flight number 2, the leader is Irish Point and Jack Kennedy. Tracked by Stateman, the long odds on favourite Paul Townend, as they rise at flight number 2. Much closer in third and fourth respectively, Sir Gerhard, Danny Mullins, and Colonel Mustard, JJ Slevin, as they turn towards the flight at the top of the track, flight number 3. No changes. The leader is the grey Irish Point from Stateman. Third, Sir Gerhard. Fourth of the 4 is Colonel Mustard. Good run of the fourth flight as they make the descent to the bottom of the track. It's Irish Point making the running from Stateman, the winner of 9 Grade 1s, and Sir Gerhard and Colonel Mustard at the back of the field. Downhill they go to flight number 4. Still no changes. In the order of running, it's Irish Point, followed by Stateman, Sir Gerhard, and Colonel Mustard. In single file, jumping the downhill flight to 4th. Irish Point by a couple of lengths to Stateman. Third is Sir Gerhard, with the back marker Colonel Mustard. Swinging a right to head into the back straight. Towards the first of 2, another 5 left to jump. In the Grade 1 Boodles Champion Hurdle, it's Irish Point leading all the while. Stateman. Third is Sir Gerhard. Fourth of the 4 is Colonel Mustard. Down the far side they go. It's Irish Point, the first of 2 in the back straight, leading by less than 3 lengths. Stateman, then Sir Gerhard, blue cap in third. Back marker is Colonel Mustard. Heading towards the 4th last flight. Still not a single change in the order. It's Irish Point and Jack Kennedy leading the way to Stateman and Paul Townend. Over in third place, Sir Gerhard, Danny Mullins, and just shaken up last of the 4, Colonel Mustard, JJ Slevin. They're heading towards the end of the back straight. Another 3 flights left to jump. Irish Point continues to go along the lead from Stateman, Sir Gerhard, and last of all is Colonel Mustard as they turn with just over 5 furlongs to go. 3 flights left to jump. Irish Point upholds a 2 lead over Stateman, 2.5 in front of the third running Sir Gerhard. Nigel, last of the 4, is Colonel Mustard as they come round that turn towards the third last flight. Irish Point by 2 lengths to Stateman. Another 2 to Sir Gerhard, and now daylight back to Colonel Mustard as they arrive at the third last flight. Irish Point fiddled it, allowed a Stateman to jump much closer. In third, and on their heels is Sir Gerhard, and a gap to Colonel Mustard. Heading for the second last as they rise. Irish Point from Stateman. In third place is Sir Gerhard, leaving behind Colonel Mustard as they return to the point at which they started. Jack Kennedy asked for more than Irish Point, now nudged along. Tracked in by Stateman and Paul Townend within a length. A break of good 3 to 4, then to Sir Gerhard round the bend for the final flight. Irish Point with looming on the outside Stateman as they come past the 2. Stateman is laying it down to Irish Point on the inside. Coming down towards the final flight, and Stateman is pushed ahead of Irish Point as they come to the final flight. Stateman will come into it first. Stateman over the last from Irish Point, who's keeping him honest but on the run in. And it's Stateman opening up inside the last 50 yards. Stateman and Paul Townend cap off a perfect season, and the Boodles Champion Hurdle is the same outcome as Cheltenham as they contribute to Willie Mullins, equaling Dermot Wells' record of 4,377 winners. It's one back for Paul.
Yes, another record falls for Willie Mullins. Stateman had to work a lot harder today to master Irish Point than was the case at Cheltenham. A different make-up to the race, but in the end, the long odds on favourite, has won again for Willie Mullins. The Donnellys and Paul Townend did just come across Irish Point after the last, and the runner-up took a bit of a stumble, but Stateman did seem to be getting the upper hand at that stage. And Donny Mullins there just congratulating Paul Townend. Don, what are your initial thoughts? Fascinating stuff.
Yeah, really interesting, Gary. As I was saying earlier on, Irish Point did go on. Jack Kennedy set out to make it a test. The rain and the murky conditions probably helped, brought more stamina into play than would have been the case maybe yesterday. But all the while, Stateman has tracked him into the home straight. He's travelling way better here, passing the 2 furlong marker at the top of the home straight. And Paul Townend, he's asked him here to pick up, and he's picked up, he's got there, he's gone past him, but he's done it gradually, hasn't he? And he's got the better of him, jumped the last well, and then kind of moved across. They both jumped. Irish Point kind of getting a wee bit tight there. Just that's that we stumbled there from Irish Point, but Stateman has momentum up. He's going forward, and he's gone and won his race. And Paul Townend just keeps him going all the way to the line. Look, he's a wonderful horse, Stateman. That's 12 out of 15 now, lifetime career record. He's now won this again. He's a champion hurdle winner at Cheltenham. And he just keeps on doing it. He's such an uncomplicated horse, and he's classy. He did everything right today, but he probably just had to go and do everything as well as he did it in order to get the better of Irish Point today.
I'm going to have a look at the head-on replay here now and just see what exactly does happen at the final flight. It looked as though he just maybe edged a bit to his right over it and then kept going towards the rail, and Jack Kennedy had to take evasive action on Irish Point. Clearly it would have been a fair bit closer but for that, but I'd say there's 2 lengths in it. Comes across in front of him there, and Irish Point takes a false step, but it's a short run home, and I think be a fair optimist to say that it's had any bearing on the outcome. I don't know whether the stewards will take a look at that officially even. Irish Point, though, at least he's made it a proper test today, Don. There was just a moment there where you wondered whether Stateman was going to put him away.
That's it, yeah, exactly. He's such a good horse, Irish Point. He gets further than this, 2.5 miles, possibly his optimum trip, but he does get 3. He's a Christmas hurdle winner at Leopardstown over 3 miles. And yeah, there's that false step there. But yeah, like you were thinking on the run to the home turn that Irish Point was going to find lots for pressure, and Stateman was going to have to show that turn of foot that he possesses. And he's done that. It's not an electric turn of foot, as in he hasn't zipped away from Irish Point, but he's done enough. He was always gaining on him from the top of the home straight down to the final flight. He jumped that well, and yeah, he's just having a little prick of his ears there on the run to the line, and yeah, he's back in the winner's enclosure again.
Thoughts on that latest milestone for Willie Mullins?
Record winning number of winners, yeah, sure. It's another one of those milestones. He passed the number of Grade 1 wins yesterday, didn't he, with Ely Tétont? He beat his own record of 34 Grade 1 wins in a season. He had 35 yesterday, and now winning most trainer.
36 now.
Yeah, 36. Sure, Dermot Well might pass him again as we go through the summer and then move into the autumn, and Willie might just go and pass him again. So yeah, it's a season of milestones for Willie Mullins, isn't it?
Isn't it just? He actually watched that race in the parade ring here